The dog hung upside down from a low tree branch, his hind legs bound with thick rope, his mouth tightly gagged. His small body, barely more than a year old, swung in the dry air under the midday sun, utterly still. No one saw who did. No one knew why, but the cruelty was unmistakable. A white gay Labradox, too weak to resist, left to suffer in silence. There were no roads nearby, no hikers, no sound of people, only the buzz of flies circling above and the soft creak of rope against bark. But he wasn't alone. From high in the trees, a group of wild chimpanzees had been watching. At first, they had only stared, heads tilted, brows furrowed, their black eyes studying the strange figure dangling below. For them, humans had always meant danger. But this was not a human. This creature was small, powerless, and it was in pain. They did not speak, but they understood something was wrong. Minutes passed. Then the largest female, later named Mara, let out a sudden sharp call that broke the silence. One by one, the troop began to descend. The chimps moved with purpose. One climbed to the branch and gripped the knot. Another stood beneath, arms raised. A third circled, observing. The dog did not react. Whether from fear or exhaustion, he remained limp, eyes half closed. The chimp on the branch tugged at the rope, inspecting it with careful hands. It was thick, frayed, and tight, but not beyond understanding. Slowly, with teeth and fingers, the chimp began to loosen it. It took time, but eventually the rope gave way. The limp body fell, but was caught before hitting the ground. They laid him gently on the forest floor. One chimp brushed dust from his fur. Another crouched beside him, staring at his face. A third removed the gag by biting the cloth apart and spitting it aside. The dog gave a faint twitch. He was breathing. The chimps did not celebrate. They simply stayed with him, guarding, waiting. Their calls changed, softer, now rhythmic, echoing through the woods. That's when a ranger nearby heard. He'd been patrolling a nearby trail when the strange chorus of chimp sounds caught his attention. Thinking something was wrong, he followed the noise. When he arrived at the clearing, he froze. There, in the middle of the forest, was a ring of chimpanzees, and inside it, a dog. The chimps didn't run. They stepped back calmly, watching him. He knelt down, stunned, and saw the rope, the wounds, the dust still clinging to the dog's body. Without hesitation, he radioed for help. The dog was rushed to a rescue shelter. He was dehydrated, bruised, and had deep cuts on his legs from the rope. But he survived. The vet said he was within hours of death when found. The ranger visited him every day. He named him Tycho, meaning survivor in a local dialect. News of the rescue spread quickly. Most couldn't believe it. Troop of wild chimpanzees saving a dog. It sounded like fantasy, but the photos told the truth. Tycho now lives safely at the sanctuary just beyond the same forest. And sometimes from the treetops nearby, dark eyes still watch from afar. Never too close, never too far. Because even when the world looks away, there are those who choose not to. In a world where cruelty is too often ignored, it wasn't a person who showed mercy. It was a wild animal. The chimps didn't act out of fear or command. They acted because They saw suffering and chose compassion. Sometimes the most powerful kindness comes from those with no voice, only instinct and a